Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of Modern Fountain Pen Calligraphy 101. Today we're talking about the hardest strokes. These are some of the hardest strokes to do when connecting letters. So today we're going to talk about the B, the V, the W, the R, and the S. And the double compound curve. So, let's get started. Okay, so we have our pencil, we have our unison composition book, and we have our guide sheets underneath the page. And today we're talking about the difficult strokes. So, when you're making, we're going to mark off our X height. When we're making our B, we're going to go upstroke, and an ascending stem loop into an underturn. And then we're going to use this here connecting stroke. But where do we go from there? Well, when we are connecting to another oval, we want to go down as far as possible. So, if we're connecting to an A, we'll make our B come all the way up, and then we'll make our connecting stroke way down here in the middle, so that way we can connect to an A. Okay. We're going to do B into a C. It's an oval shape. And even a B into a B, a B into a B. Now, how do we start this? Since it's not it has an upstroke, so we're just going to go straight into an ascending stem loop in our connection letter. A D is a B into a D. It starts into an oval, so we're going to connect stroke into the lowest part that we can, and that's how we do into a D. Okay, a B into an E as an oval, so we go way down in the middle. Okay. Drop 2 down, do an X height. B into an F. So, when we're going into an F, we're going to go underturn, ascending stem loop, reverse descending stem loop, upstroke. G goes into an oval, so we make our connecting stroke as low as possible. And you notice how I kind of stop in between each stroke, where I will actually lift my pencil up a millimeter off of the page. B into an H. Oops. Okie dokie. So forth and so on, up until we get to the V. So we go B into a V. So this has a very funny shape because we're going to come down, up, and into an underturn. Okay, this is one big long stroke. And the same thing goes with a V of an R. So we go B into an R. So we're going to make a downstroke, up, and then come down, and we're going to stop. Okay, we're going to go up just above the X height, and we're going to start our downstroke. And if we're going into another letter, we can start that. Or we can go B into a connecting stroke into an R. Now doing this so that way it looks nice, you may have to start way down here to get your letter to look nice. I have seen people make their B's like this. I have also seen people make their B's with the reverse oval and an upstroke into an R. So that's also a thing that happens. It might also help if you went to B into a V. Or B into a Z. Even a B into an S. Okay. B into an X. B into an X. So these are all the different variations of the difficult B that I can think of. B into an I. B into a J. B into a K. B into an L. B into an M. So we're going to go down, up, down, and then overturn compound curve. Same thing with an N. B, and it's a down, up, down compound curve. O, B into an O. E. When we're doing an O, we want to come at least 3/4 up, over, and out, or oh, you guys can't see. I'm so sorry. Like this. Okay. B into a P, or a B, into a P. You could also go B into a P, or B into a P. Okay. Now let's do the V. P, and B into Q, B, Q, B. B into R is one of the worst. I prefer to do it either B to R or B to R, depending on what letter I'm going into. B into S is the same way. ST, B into T, and B, T, T, U, B. Let's see, B into U, B, B into U, B into a V, and B into W, U, V, W, B into W, oops, wait a minute, B into X, sorry. I'm going to do B into X. Very complicated. Or the simpler version for me is B into X, B into Y, B into Z. There's a very wiggly line there at the end. Or you can do B into Y or B into Z. Okay. There's always two ways to do things. Okay, let's do V. V into an A, so it's an oval. Come down as far as we can to connect the A, a B, a V, into a B, V, into a C, B, a V, into a D, B, into an E. Now, did you see what I did there? I swung down and went right into the E. V, into the F. I'm going to take this connecting letter and go all the way up. Okay, that's F. Move our guide sheet over. V to G, because it's an oval. V to H. I'm going to take it, I'm going to go right into the ascending stem loop. V into the I. I'm going to use that connecting letter as the upstroke into the I and then down like that. Make sure in tunnel. V into J. Go up and then descending stem loop. Upstroke. Tunnel. K. I'm going to go right up into the ascending stem loop. L. I'm going to go right up into the ascending stem loop. Here, this is where we're going to learn about the double compound curve. So the double overturn looks like this, and the double underturn looks like this. But the double compound curve starts at the bottom, comes up, goes down, comes up, goes down, and comes up. Okay? So when we do the M, the V to M uses a double compound curve. Let me go V, down, up, and down. No, wait a minute, what was I thinking? The double compound curve. Oh, that's M to V. So M to V starts over, down, over, down, up. That's a double compound curve into an underturn. So, M, V to N makes that little entry line very complicatedly like. V to O is compound curve, connection letter. Because we're going into an O, we're going to stop about 1/4 height into an oval, and a connecting stroke. Or we're going to go in from a compound curve, we're going to go directly into the oval. Okay? This is probably one of the most complicated letters you will ever find, because you actually go through the oval first. It's kind of the reverse of the normal oval, where we come up a little bit and then down and around and through. We're gonna go compound curve and then through the oval, and then make a connecting stroke. You could go like this, stop, or you could even go like this, but I kind of prefer this one. I guess it just depends on which letter you're ending on. If you're ending on an O, that might be the best one. Or if you're ending on a tall letter, you could do VO, maybe T. Any of these letters could go. Alright. Drop 2. V. P. This one starts the connection letter into a descending stem loop. Do a P. V, Q. Because it goes into an oval, we stop halfway down. Go into our Q. R. V to R is probably one of the hardest letters. We're going to go compound curve. We're going to go like this. We're going to go up and then into our next letter. So if you were to write, I don't know how you would, I don't even know any letters that start with VR. Room would be one of them. Go V R O O M. Something like that. Or we could go V R O O M. Okay. V R. VS is the same way. We could go V S, or we could go V we could go V S. We could start V S. V T, go straight into the upstroke. V, V, W, V, X. That's another hard one, kind of an elongated compound curve. V, Y, V, Z. Okay? And this goes the same for W too. So, W, A, now all the way down to W, R, we do the same, or W, S, oops, I did that one wrong. W, S. Looks really weird, but once you figure out kind of a system, okay, it doesn't look like there are any words that start with WS. Oh, okay, fellowship. So, fellowship. And one of my favorite words to write is writing. W, R, I, T, N, G. We'll get into flourishing later, but these are probably some of the most basic strokes that you will need to learn. Let's see, where does this start with? Circumventing. Humvee. That's an easier word. So Humvee would be H U M So you'd have to do a double compound curve. Remember how I mentioned that the double compound curve, you'd have to do, instead of doing a double underturn, so this would be a double overturn, and this would be a double underturn. The double compound curve starts at the top, goes up, down, down, up. So that is that going from an M to a V. Okay. M to a V. Humvee, probably one of the only words that I know that starts with has a double compound curve in it. How long have I been going? Too long! Okay. Well, I think that is all that we can go over for today. So, tomorrow we will start making words. So that is all for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all. So when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Hi Ron, hi Carlos. Bye Ron, bye Carlos. Have a great day. Okay, love you, bye.